This place where I'm sitting is called Jagannath Temple, and it's interesting for two things. The first one is it's the oldest temple in the square, in urban square in Kathmandu, Nepal. And the other thing it's famous for, well, stick around and I will show you and tell you about it. It's up there.
Well, did you catch the details? Do you believe your eyes? Do you want to rewind? This here in a public place, in such a deeply conservative and religious society, how come it's not covered up? Where is the morality police, or better yet, the police of the Department for Promotion of Virtue and the Prevention of Vice? Kidding, of course, there is no such thing in Nepal. The erotic art carved on the struts of the temples around Kathmandu Valley is fascinating, but its purpose still remains elusive. There are many people sitting around the temple completely oblivious what is above their heads. From old folks chatting away to young couples holding hands and tourists slowly strolling along these temples, it is a place for all. But on the struts of this temple, in such a public place, are images of men, women, and even animals copulating. But the images aren't just unique to the Jagannath temple in Durbar Square. They are found carved on the struts of many temples around the valley. This peculiar presence of erotic art has been a part of many scholarly discussions, especially in a society where having conversations about sex or sexuality is still a taboo. To have the act depicted on the temple structures has raised everyone's curiosity. They could have been there for protection, as common people believed that carving such symbols will avert natural disasters, or just to depict an aspect of life, says one historian. He also implied the existence of a sexually liberated society prior to Muslim invasion and later from the British. There is no known specific reason for why such explicit carvings were sculpted in the struts. This has been the recurring roadblock for any researcher who intends to know the veritable reason for why these sculptures found a place in Hindu temples, a holy place of worship. But one of the most commonly accepted explanations is that it was carved as a means of sexual education for the common folks. The motive behind such art was to normalize sex as a part of everyone's lives, another expert says. Back then, sex was considered a basic human need. The artists carved erotic art in the struts in order to depict the values of the society during Mala period, when copulation was treated normally, says another one. There are several temples in the Kathmandu Valley. Jagannath Temple here in Kathmandu Durbar Square, in Patan Durbar Square, Bhaktapur Durbar Square, which all have erotic carvings and all were built during the Mala period. Culture experts believe that the artistic expression was respected during the Mala period, which encouraged the artists to be more bold and use their imagination, even though I am not so sure if it was imagination or rather experience. And there are several other theories trying to explain the why, but I think we get it. No one really knows. They say that coming to any conclusion is very difficult when it is not just the heterosexual sex acts that are depicted in the carvings. While there is still a huge social, cultural, and political resistance towards accepting homosexuality, it is important to note that some of these centuries-old erotic carvings showcase intercourse beyond the heterosexual definition of sex. Men with other men, women with each other, and multiple participants are all instances of the more open worldview of the sculpting artist. It is, however, debatable whether they were just the imagination or a reflection of the society of that period. But it isn't just homosexual intercourse. There are a few carvings even of animals and women. So some say that the carvings represent the sexual fantasies of the artists who were mostly men. But like all theories regarding the presence of erotic art in Hindu temples, this is also just a speculation. So you can think whatever you want, no one will know if it's correct or not. I hope you found today's video interesting. Thank you for watching and take care. Goodbye.